Hi guys, I'm Eliza Taylor and you're watching MsMojo.
Where's my friend? He's fine, you don't understand, okay? Take me to him.
She may have started the show as just a teenager, but she went on to become a great leader and kill a lot of people. Hey guys, Elise from MsMojo here. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 badass Clarke moments from the 100.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of Clarke Griffin's best, bravest, and most ass-kicking moments. Let's get to it. Number 10, sacrificing Abby.
Don't be afraid. It's not for you.
Clarke has gone to incredible lengths to save her people, but this moment has to be one of the most challenging.
Mom, stop. Listen to me. I know you can hear me. Just stop.
You know how to stop this.
When Allie is invading people's minds and building up her forces in the City of Light, she tries to use a chipped Abby to manipulate Clarke into giving up the passcode that will help her take over the world.
What's the passphrase, Clarke?
In an attempt to break her will, Allie forces Abby to hang herself while Clarke watches helplessly. But Clarke holds her ground, willing to watch her own mother die to save the world.
I'm so sorry.
Number 9, injecting herself.
It's time.
Guys, just wait, okay? Hear me out.
John, it'll work this time.
With yet another apocalypse approaching, Clarke has found a way to turn everyone into Nightbloods so they can survive the oncoming radiation.
Who the hell do you think you are, huh?
I'm trying to save us.
Save us.
But she's faced with the moral dilemma of who to test the serum on, knowing that failure means a gruesome death for the test subject.
Okay, I'm begging you, please. I love her. Don't do this.
Amori will be fine.
In spite of Raven being against her and Murphy begging her not to go through with it, she's about to forcefully put Amori through the process when she changes her mind at the last second and injects herself with the serum instead.
I bear it so they don't have to.
Clarke redefines herself as a true leader in this moment, remembering her responsibility to bear the cost of deliverance.
We're testing me.
Number 8, saving space crew. Poor Clarke is always the one who has to make the hard choices.
What are you doing here?
We're not leaving you behind.
When Raven is trapped with no way to get back to the safety of the bunker, Clarke and friends travel across the radiation-soaked forest to reach her.
There's no time to get back.
We're not going back. We're going up.
But when they run out of time to make it back before the death wave hits, Clarke is faced with yet another life or death decision. This time, she chooses life. The crew goes back for Raven, planning to escape together into space.
The radiation's already affecting the avionics. It's now or never.
While the others launch, Clarke stays behind, sacrificing herself to make sure that the Ark has power when they get there. This one had us rethinking that whole "there are no good guys" philosophy. Number 7, fighting Anya.
Anya, wait.
Clarke might be known as the Commander of Death now, but she was kicking ass and taking names long before she earned that title. After escaping Mount Weather together, Anya is through with the niceties and plans on bringing Clarke back to the Grounders as a prize, but Clarke doesn't go down easy.
I don't want to kill you, Anya.
Then you're the one that's gonna die.
She fights back, making up for her lack of training with her resourcefulness, using anything and everything she can to defeat her. As they battle in front of the dropship, Clarke uses the charred bones of Anya's warriors to take her out. She wasn't even Wanheda yet, just a bona fide badass.
He fought well.
Number 6, fighting Josephine.
This body's not big enough for both of us.
The 100 try to grant Monty's wish for them to be the good guys when they make it to Sanctum, but Clarke finds it challenging when Josephine tries to steal her body. Clarke has been in a lot of fights over the years, but this time the battle is over her mind.
Now this I can work with.
While Josephine tries to gain control in Clarke's body, Clarke's consciousness refuses to go down without a fight.
I bet you have it on you right now.
Now let me have it.
With a little help from her old friend Monty, Clarke manages to get the message to Bellamy that she's still alive in there.
Josephine stabbing out Morse code on her arm.
What does it mean?
It means Clarke's alive. And we're gonna get her back.
Even with her body shutting down, Clarke's mind fights the invader. Not even an immortal that's been alive for centuries is tough enough to take Clarke down for good. Number 5, standing up to Lexa.
You sent him to kill Octavia? I told you she's not a problem.
Even before Lexa is introduced, the commander of the 12 clans is an intimidating, semi-mythical figure. And when we finally meet her, she lives up to the hype.
What the hell is wrong with you? You can't just kill everyone you don't trust.
Yes, I can.
Even so, she's no match for Clarke when she's defending a friend. When Lexa questions Octavia's loyalty and tries to have her killed, Clarke calls her out on her lies.
You say having feelings makes me weak, but you're weak for hiding from them. I might be a hypocrite, Lexa, but you're a liar.
She rebukes Lexa's love is weakness mantra and tells her that she's the weak one. Clarke stares her right in the face and Lexa looks away first.
250 people died in that village. I know you felt for them, but you let them burn.
Not everyone. Not you.
Though their relationship would eventually change, this moment, in which Lexa is still something of an antagonist, is freaking awesome. Number 4, breaking out of Mount Weather.
I saw everything. I know what you're doing to them.
Pretty much everything Clarke does in Mount Weather is a masterclass in badassery, but this moment is a particular standout. From the second Clarke wakes up in that shiny white room, she never stops believing that something isn't quite right, in spite of her own friends thinking she's paranoid. After she puts the pieces together with some help from Anya, Clarke fights her way out of the mountain, past the mountain men and out of the Reaper tunnels.
We need to take them alive.
In doing so, she shows the mountain men that she is not to be trifled with. Number 3, storming Mount Weather.
This ends now. Release my people.
After her daring escape from Mount Weather, there was no question that Clarke would go back for her friends. When Lexa betrays the alliance between the Grounders and the Sky People, it seems like all hope is lost to save the 100 from the Mountain Men.
What did you do?
What you would have done. Save my people.
The rest of the Sky People turn their backs on Clarke when they lose the help of the Grounder army, but Clarke storms Mount Weather anyway.
We have to get in there.
Although most people associate this episode with Clarke and Bellamy pulling the lever that earned her the title Wanheda, this moment is Clarke at her most badass.
I have to save them.
Together.
With only the 100 inside and no backup, Clarke walks into the mountain alone and wins.
I bear it, so they don't have to.
Number 2, letting Emerson live.
I should have known it was you who told them how to destroy the mountain.
When it's revealed that Emerson helped the Ice Nation destroy Mount Weather, killing most of the Sky People, Lexa gives Clarke the opportunity to take her vengeance.
Vengeance is yours.
But Clarke instead lets him live, inspiring Lexa to buck tradition and adopt a new blood must not have blood policy.
I don't know if your death would bring me peace. I just know I don't deserve it.
The Grounders may have seen this as weakness, but Clarke knows that for Emerson, living with what he's done and what he's lost is a punishment worse than death.
This prisoner is banished from my lands. He will live, but he will live with the ghosts of those he has lost. Haunted until the end of his days.
Naturally though, when Emerson returns to force Clarke to watch her friends die the way he watched his family die, Clarke is not so nice the second time around, using the flame to end him once and for all.
Ascende, superiors.
Emerson should have known better than to mess with Wanheda. Okay, we're almost at our #1 pick, but before we get to it, here are some ass-kicking honorable mentions.
You burned my brother alive in a ring of fire.
He shouldn't have attacked my ship.
Leave me! No way!
God, just let him kill me. Then take him out. God, Clarke! Please! Your people need you.
You are my people.
She deserves to die!
No! We are not grounders. You'll never know your daughter.
Number 1, taking charge.
Get dressed. You're coming with me.
Before the rest of the Ark dwellers follow the 100 down to Earth, Clarke and Bellamy have become successful leaders. But when all the adults come down, they try to regain control.
You may be the Chancellor, but I'm in charge.
With their new enemy Mount Weather on the rise, there's a power struggle until Clarke takes control, stands up to her mother, and, with the Grounders at her back, lets everyone know just who's in charge.
You need to trust that I know what's right for us.
Previously, Clarke had pretty much been thrust into a leadership position, but here she takes it with purpose.
Open the gate. Now.
Doubling down on this statement of authority, Clarke sends the captured Emerson back to Mount Weather with the message that the 100 and the Grounders are coming for them.
I have a message for your leader. We're coming for him.
Considering the way that Abby turned out in later seasons, it's probably a good thing that Clarke took charge early on. What do you guys think of our list? What's your favorite Clarke moment of all of them? Let us know in the comments below and check out this video.